Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to Glowing Beauty Addiction. Welcome back if you're one of my subscribers, and a great big hello if you're one of my new subscribers. Today's video is going to be on a bit more of a serious topic, and not one that I necessarily feel, I don't know, it's got me livid. I'm trying to maintain composure. So much of the drama that's happening on YouTube, it's so juvenile, it's so immature, it's so transparent. As you know, I think I demonstrated by having my 7-year-old on my channel. There's so many of these YouTubers that don't know the difference between right and wrong. Before I get right into that though, my video shout out for today is to Denise Gomez. Now, her and I have kind of become friends on Twitter. I love watching her videos. She is such a kind and genuine person, and I sincerely love her to bits. So you should go and check her channel out. I've titled this video, I have questions and advice. There was a video put out this morning. Let me just check really quickly because I don't want to misspeak. This video was called Gerard Cosmetics Insider Speaks Out on Gerard. So I suffered through this video, perhaps maybe so you won't have to. And, as I always do when I speak on things, I have tons and tons of notes. Because, you know what, if you're going to come prepared. Come with your receipts. And that is the first and the biggest thing I'm going to say about this video. Like, have you not learned from the past? Has nobody learned from the past? If you are going to make big allegations, you better have big receipts. And just sitting there and saying, oh, I've got receipts, I've got this, I've got that, means absolutely dick shit unless you're gonna show it. Excuse the profanity. Anybody who knows me knows I don't curse often, but when I do, it's because I am fired up. I'm livid. So, I am going, because I went through the video, I had to watch it twice. I went through, and I'm not going to include little snippets of this video because A, I'm not going to drive people over to watch that video, and B, I know how he loves blocking people or copyright striking and all of this stuff. So I just merely went through and I made my notes on the times of things that happened. So right away, at 10 seconds into the video, he has this insider, who we don't know if she really is an insider or not. Keep in mind, this channel that we're talking about, allegedly, has purchased followers on Twitter, purchased views, purchased subscribers. He could be purchasing an actor to put this little performance on for all we know. You know what? If I'm wrong, and I'm the first one, I will admit when I'm wrong. If this lady would like to contact me, I've got all my information down below. Feel free. I'm here. I'm available. Well, let me rephrase that. I have a funeral to be at on Monday. But this has me fired up enough that I'm going to make this video. Feel free to email me when we're done with the funeral. I will get back to you. But she is throwing out a lot of accusations right at 10 seconds into this video with 0 receipts. At a minute 21, she is talking about how she is taking money from Gerard. That's showing a whole lot of class. This person comes off as a bitter ex. Now, I realize that throughout this video, she's like, oh, it's not my ex, and my ex this, my ex. She actually speaks nicely of her ex. But she comes off vindictive as well. And I'll get into why I think that in a bit. At 7 minutes and 45 seconds approximately, she admits she was not even there when a lot of the issues were going on with Gerard and the stalker abuser. She wasn't even there. Yet she's throwing out all these accusations and stating things as fact. But says, but I wasn't there. Receipts, proof, at least be there. Like, how many times are we going to see this on YouTube where people are making allegations, or anywhere for that matter? Oh, well, I heard that so-and-so said that so-and-so said that so-and-so heard it from this person. Seriously? At 8 minutes and 16 seconds, she says that all of her conversations are recorded. Awesome. Put them up. Show them. Provide the receipts. Or is this one of these Thomas Halbert type things where it's like, oh no, I've got the proof, I sent the package, I'm going to put it up. We're still waiting. Prove it. At 9 minutes, she says, you know, I'm Jen Gerard's worst nightmare, you know, for her to do this to me. Vengeful much? Like, all of this, all of a sudden, at that point, I'm like, this is not coming from, I just want to expose her, you know, so other people don't get hurt motivation. The motivation behind this is absolutely, she's got herself in a bind because of stuff she's probably done, and she needs to lay blame, and let's go to Jen Gerard. At 11 minutes and 35 seconds, Mango, he says, you know, we met for the first time on Skype, and this will be important later on. At 12:45, this woman admits that there was another woman abused by this ex. So we have Jen Gerard saying that he's an abuser. We have this woman saying that she had been abused by this man in the past. And now there's apparently this third woman. But this isn't showing, you know, a pattern of behavior. This wouldn't maybe give somebody reason to, I don't know, be scared of him. At 14 minutes and 50 seconds, she goes on about how Jen Gerard moves her ex's ex into her mansion, but doesn't leave it there for free, she says. And the tone, undertone of this was, it almost sounded like she was bitter that she wasn't getting her place for free. You know, perhaps if she would have got her home for free, it wouldn't have been a big deal. She probably wouldn't have mentioned this if the ex's ex had to have been paying rent, but it was the for free that I found quite interesting. At 17 minutes and 27 seconds, she mentions, you know, casually that she happens to be starting her own business. Interesting. At 19 minutes and 5 seconds, and all these times are approximate, of course, but at 19 minutes and 5 seconds, she admits to taking money from Jen Gerard. Not just once, but on multiple occasions. Every time she saw Jen, Jen was handing her wads of cash. What kind of person takes the money? Like, I'm sorry, I am not, you know, in a situation where I'm living in a mansion or whatever, but if I was meeting somebody and they were giving me money or offering me money every time I met them, I certainly wouldn't be taking it. So 24 minutes, she talks about leasing and the rent and how, you know, the contract says one thing and Jen tells her another, so she just goes by what Jen says. I used to rent. I rented for a lot of years. I moved out on my own quite young, so I had lived in residences. I then moved to apartments, that kind of thing. One apartment in particular, and now I will disclaim this by saying maybe rules are different because I'm in Canada, maybe they're different there. But one apartment that I had moved into, the rent was somewhat high. And so I had spoke, because it was similar as most rental contracts, you know, rent is due on the first of the month. End of story. So I had actually talked to the, I guess the manager of the apartment building and said, you know, here's all my backup. I get paid this much on the 1st and on the 15th. You know, would it be possible to give you, post-dated checks? And that way then you'll know everything is good, that type of thing. And verbally he had said yes. So I followed that up at all of like 19 years old, knowing I should do this, and had him put that in writing. So that nothing like what this woman's saying has happened would happen. I had it in writing that this was an okay deal. It was changed on my lease. Life was great. And I'm also confused. One of the questions she keeps saying, I gave Jen the money, I gave Jen the money, I gave Jen the money. Even when I've rented houses, I've never had to give the money, like if it was through a leasing agency, I've never had to give the money right to the owner. It's always gone to the leasing agency. So, that could use some clarification. Like, why would she be paying Jen and not the leasing company? Unless, again, things are different in the States. And also, she talks about, oh, there's brown water in the upstairs bathroom that I'm supposed to bathe in. The doors don't lock. Outlets don't work. There's electrical problems. All this type of stuff. And, brings up again and again. Single mom of 3, single mom of 3, single mom of 3. If the conditions are that horrible, why are you staying? At $2,000 a month, I'm sure you could find something cheaper that was safe. Speaking from my own thoughts and opinions, if I was living somewhere where my child had been shocked by an outlet, I would be gone. And leasing law, if it is a danger and it's not being rectified, you will be let out of your lease. There's, I know here in Canada, there's a whole tenancy board. I've been on both sides of that, where we've been renting homes and where we've rented homes. If things are unsafe, you can't expect somebody to keep paying you rent and living there. So if she were to come back and say, oh, well, I had a lease, yippee frickin' skippy, you can get out of the lease for things like that. At 29 minutes and 4 seconds, they talk about how, this drama channel, I suppose that's his name, was taken to court or that kind of thing. And now this person is saying Jen's taking her to court as well. This drama channel also says, we said many times, we would provide this information. We would turn over these emails, that type of thing. If that were the case, why did it go to court? Do you think that somebody, honestly, would rather spend money for lawyers and that type of thing rather than say, hey, great, I need these emails, give them to me? Do you think if she had them, she'd still take you to court? And it's the same with this person. We rented a home and we were in we ended up renting to a friend. It went horrible. Maybe I'll do a story time on that sometime. But we ended up having to go through our landlord-tenant board. And it was not fun. It was time-consuming. It was expensive. It was just crazy. And I really can't see anybody wanting to do this for fun. We did it because this person was not paying rent. They were causing damage to the home. All these things. And even at that, we still had to go through this process to get him out. And, this brings up questions like, what was her renting history? Is there a reason that she's saying, I'll never get a place again? Had she had bad tenancies before? Had she not been a good tenant? Has there been issues with payment? There's a lot of these questions. It's one thing to get on and say, oh, horrible, 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 when we don't know her backstory. This is all still, he said, she said, he said, she said. Bye. So, and then at 31 minutes and 23 seconds, this drama channel says, well, when we spoke earlier, but wait a minute, you guys said this was the first time you were talking. So, which is it? Is this Skype call the first time you're talking, or had you already discussed everything so you had a little game plan to go forward with this video? 37 minutes and 45 seconds. He then still goes into the, we were willing to comply, we were willing to comply. Then why didn't you? This would not have gone to court and everything had you complied in the first place. That easy. At 40 minutes and 57 seconds, he's like, well, you know, he wonders how people will interpret this video. See the previous minutes of this video, that's how I'm interpreting it. I'm interpreting it as skeezy. I'm interpreting it personally, my opinion, allegedly, all that stuff, as attention seeking, looking for views. I am looking at it as disgusting. That's how I see it. 42 minutes and 50 seconds, this person says, you know, she knows everyone that's involved with this and everyone who's going to stick up for Jen Gerard, this, that, and the other. You know, she don't know me. I don't know her. As Peter Mon would say, we don't go to the Chinese buffet. I am not on Jen's payroll. I talk about Jen Gerard, or Gerard Cosmetics on my channel. I rave about the Slay All Day setting spray. I love it. I love all the lipsticks. I'm wearing one today. You know, I've got highlighters of hers. I've got a lot of lippies, lipsticks, setting sprays, brow products. I love it. And if you watch my video when I unboxed my Gerard Cosmetics items, I also showed my receipt where I purchased these items. Nobody sent them to me. Nobody has ever sent me anything I've reviewed on my channel. I've purchased everything. They are my honest opinions. They are my own opinions. So no, girl, I am not being bought off. I am not being paid off. I know what I know my opinion is. I know what my feelings are about all this. Just to be clear. At 45 minutes and 38 seconds, and this is part that really, it got under my skin. The drama channel says, you know, do you think her life really is in danger? I'm sorry. How the frick would either one of them know how she feels or what she's thinking? There's been previous incidents of abuse by this person. Whether it's warranted or not, her feelings are valid. She felt in danger. End of story. Remain calm. I get comments that my voice is soothing. I am trying not to curse or get too worked up. That statement is almost as bad as when he said, oh, well, if he wanted to kill her, he would have done it already. The stupidity. I can't even begin. I also have some, you know, other thoughts on this. So when this person talks about, you know, moving into this home that Jen Gerard offered her, out of the kindness of her heart, didn't make her pay to move in, there was no moving fees, any of this stuff. Rather than, you know, say something along those lines, like, if she wasn't in a situation where she had to move, then why did she? Like, I know she mentions the good schools and all this kind of stuff, but if you had these inklings and, you know, she was involved with your ex, stuff like that, wouldn't common sense kind of say, whoo, hold that, back that pony up a little. I don't want to get into any of this. I don't want to be tied with this. That would have been my reaction. So why did she move if she didn't have to? Then, it's like, well, I mentioned this before, $2,000 a month and it's crap, then move. There are ways to get out of leases. Come on now. Again, I want to know what her renting history is if she wants to bring this up. Was like, I find it hard to believe that, you know, there's all this talk about, you know, she's moving and she'll never find another place and this and that. I want to know what kind of a tenant she was before this all happened. One of the biggest points, and this is my first thought, if I wanted to expose someone, so say Gerard had done me dirty somehow, I think the absolute last person in the world I would go to would be this particular drama channel. Like, this particular drama channel has slandered her before, has been in controversy before. He made a slanderous video about an ex-employer. He's allegedly, you know, bought these followers, subscribers, views, all this kind of thing. What the heck? Would you not go to a more credible channel to do your expose? Or wouldn't you make your own video? And, you know, maybe you'll get monetized. You'll get so many views and stuff. Perhaps you'll get monetized. Why not make some of that coin yourself? Why would you go to a problematic drama channel who has been embroiled in nothing but controversy to expose your truth when I don't know how many people still think he has truth at all? It's one of those things. If you stop bringing it up, maybe it'll just kind of go away. Like, all this drama channel is going to kill his channel with all of these false allegations, all this, like, I don't understand. So I guess as far as the advice portion of this video goes, my advice to this drama channel, and, well, you know, any channel for that matter, is stop making accusations. If you don't have the receipts or the proof to back up your claims that you can show while you're making this allegation, don't do it. I want to see, like I've mentioned in this video, so many receipts. I want these supposed recorded phone calls. I want, like, her renting history. I want to see where there has been any homophobic or racist behavior on her part. I want to see how helping somebody, giving them money, is a bad thing. So she's a horrible person. She's given me so much money. So yes, that's my advice. Stop talking out of school. Have your receipts to back up your allegations. Have your ducks in a row before you go marching along. It's all just, it's ridiculous. It's not something you would think you would have to tell a grown man, especially one who's been in this exact same trouble before. It's like, you know, you're doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different outcome. It's not the way it works. Let's try to learn from our mistakes and move on. So I'm gonna leave that there because I get frustrated, and I already have enough going on in my personal life to have to be thinking about this. And, you know, full disclaimer, full disclosure, I like Gerard. You know, I do. She has given me no reason not to like her. She has not done me wrong. She has not told me false stories and all this other stuff. So that's my disclaimer. I wanted to try to make this a even side type video, but there was just nothing on the other side to point to that Jen did anything wrong. I wanted to try to balance this so hard, but I cannot find any proof anywhere that Jen lied. So Anyway, if you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button with the notifications on. I usually try to stay in my own lane and do makeup reviews and skincare, hair care, that type of thing. I do have a couple giveaways going on right now for like a Jeffree Star liquid lipstick and a Pop Luxe highlighter, plus a whole oodles and scads of other things that I haven't decided when or how I'm going to give those away yet. But I would really love if you subscribed, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I love you all so much. Bye.